Good afternoon. My name is Anna Lowry, and I am so excited to share my research on the impact of the American election cycle on legislative action with you all. First, a little bit about me. My name is Anna Lowry, and I'm 16 years old. I'm currently affiliated with Dwaynesburg Junior Senior High School in Delancey, New York, and I'm a rising senior. I've also always been interested in political science, which led me to pursue this type of research. An overview of my research paper. So I decided to conduct this research paper as both a data and a formulaic analysis because that's how I felt my results could be most useful and most easily applicable to our current political climate. I focused on the relationship between federal, executive, and legislative elections. I studied both, but only on the federal level. I also established a time frame of 1970 to 2020, largely due to problems with data availability in earlier years. I used three main metrics to conduct my research: executive orders, bills voted on, and bills enacted. I was able to use 61% direct data, meaning it came directly from the federal government, meaning it has a high level of reliability. A really important question that I asked myself many times through this research process is why research elections and legislative action? In the end, for me, it's all about the micro scale. The different bills that are enacted every day on Capitol Hill have such a big impact on each and every person's lives, what they can and cannot do, and the roles that they can and cannot play in society as a whole. And I think that's really interesting and really important to study. I wanted to do research that would help these legislators and would create a baseline for future research. I think this research that I've conducted would be incredibly useful to do things like determining when to strategically introduce bills and when bills are most likely to pass. My research process had a lot of background research. That was probably a good 40% of my research process was just background research. I also used a waterfall style data analysis using the R software in order to conduct my research. In the end, as I said, I developed two formulas, an executive and a legislative formula. These formulas, when plugging in the variables such as year, the amount of bills enacted in the year before, and what point in the legislative or executive election cycle we are in, can have about 90% accuracy when predicting the amount of bills that will be introduced in the next year. I think this could be such a valuable tool for legislators in the future. I also drew some really interesting parallels with our historical results and tested my formulas against represented medians. Thank you so much for listening to my cover video and for your consideration in this journal. I really look forward to working with you and to bringing my research to more people. Thank you so much. Have a great day.